Good morning. We finished last week. We started the first of the 10 advantages of the one who has Bitachon versus the chemist who has the ability to take lead and turn it into silver and silver into gold. And the first advantage the Halevovas told us is that the chemist still needs certain ingredients to produce and to make this special feat from taking lead and turning it into silver and so forth. However, someone who has bitachon can get his parnasa from anywhere. He can get his future and his sustenance and of course his wealth from anywhere. And we had some examples. But the Chovas brings the examples from the Navi, and he starts with Eliyahu Navi, and he says in Ma'urvim. We'll go down to the Pischei Lev where he goes in a little bit into detail what happened. Of course, we all know that when Achav Melech Yisrael was Machti Klal Yisrael, and Eliyahu Navi came and he stopped the rain. And then Eliyahu Navi went and Hashem sent him into the Midbar, and there he had a nachal, he had a stream of water where he was able to drink. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent the ravens, the Irvim, to go and bring meat from Achav's palace to feed him. And of course, then the Chovas brings the second example where Eliyahu Navi, when the stream dried up, there was no more water, and he went to Tzidon and he sat there and he was fed by this Isha Almona Mekisheshes Eitzim, and she brought him food, and there the Nissim that happened then, that the flour never finished and the oil never finished and so forth and so forth. And the next example, Ugas Haritzofim B'Sapach Samayim, well, Yonah Hanavi, after the story about how Carmel, Izevel Eshes Achav wanted to kill him, and he goes into the Midbar and he wants to, Imam, she says he wants to give it all up. He tries to think that maybe he's not road to be the Navi for Klal Yisrael at the time, and he goes to sleep, and he wakes up to a malach delivering them literally cookies and water from Shemayim, and from eating that, from the energy from that, he was able to go for 40 days and 40 nights. Of course, we see the examples that the Chovas is trying to bring us is indeed the point, that the unbelievable, unimaginable ideas how HaKadosh Baruch Hu will, not could, but will bring panasa and sustenance for each and every one of us, not just for a Navi, but for every one of us, which we'll try to have an example for tomorrow. But the point is that he does bring the psukim because the Chovas wants to show us that this is not an idea that is an added idea to the warmth and energy of Klal Yisrael, but this is the Torah itself. Torah itself is based on understanding this, which is why he brings the pasuk in Devarim, Vayachilchom in Amon, where HaKadosh Baruch Hu started all this right after Matan Torah. The daily lesson for Klal Yisrael is, remember, I am the one that's feeding you, and I will feed you every single day. And the pasuk in Tehillim, which already, of course, he brought prior to this, Kfim Rosh V'Ever V'Doish Hashem Lo Yachsuru Kol Toiv. Someone who's doirish to Hashem will never be lacking any toiv. And that indeed is the point, that someone who puts his bitachon and reliance and trust in Hashem will never lack any toiv. Have a wonderful day.